Hi, how are you? Well, I'm here to talk about elections in Canada actually. It's just on my mind because currently we are going through the process of choosing a new leader for the country. For about the last 2 years, we haven't had a functioning government. So what really gets me sometimes is, well, not sometimes, but what makes me question is the force that is sometimes used from Western nations to impose on non-Western nations this idea of democracy, whatever democracy is. And in Canada, we haven't had a functioning government. It's actually quite embarrassing to see how some of these leaders are in this thing called government. And not that I don't have any respect for government. I do believe that there has to be some form of a centralized way of controlling, not controlling, but there has to be some sort of central administration to deal with histories of colonization and whatnot. But I have to wonder about this democracy in Canada because it just doesn't seem to make any sense. We're so-called considered this nation that's supposed to be humanitarian, but everything that we've been involved with since the Conservatives were in leadership is wars, this thing called exporting democracy, Western democracy, and we have so much poverty in Canada, it's not even funny, and I don't understand why we just don't deal with our issues at home. What's really interesting is the particular demographic that I am a part of is predominantly run by an ethnic community that doesn't identify themselves as white but discriminates against persons with from the Caribbean. And so it includes a lot of very strange dynamics with respect to how to address certain problems in society and communities and mend these gaps in communities. So I don't know, it just makes me wonder sometimes where different positions mainly, or how people come to understand what their political position is. For me, I used to vote Liberal until I was exposed to information about policy, legislations, and each time that there's an election, I do my own policy analysis, and I look at all parties from the Conservatives to the Green Party to the NDP to the Liberal. I do all these I take a look at these parties and I just say, okay, how have they actually addressed the issues? Do they even recognize that there's an issue? Are they self-interested? Are they looking at something that's supposed to work for everybody, or are they just looking for something within themselves? So there's certain questions that I ask, but my whole point of making this video is just to get a sense from you of what your position is with respect to these elections in Canada. We don't have a functioning democracy. I don't even know what democracy is. There's so many different definitions of it that one only can say that it should be up to a society to have what is needed to enforce mechanisms that ensure that everybody is safe, ensure that there is a sense of civility and opportunity for everyone, not just certain members or historically colonial members. It should work for everyone. So that's just some ideas that I have. Okay, thanks for watching, and have yourself a nice day, a nice evening, a nice morning, wherever you are in the world.